I hold my head so low, just
Well, it's kind of crazy. Started the Oklahoma Adventure Trail. I'll zoom this sucker out. Wow, that was a little close. Started the Oklahoma Adventure Trail basically just west of Stillwater and turned south from Highway 51 that would lead you into Stillwater from I-35. And I've hit two issues. So there was two different ways that you could enter the Oklahoma Adventure Trail from Highway 51, and I took the first one, and that turned out to be a dead end. They had a fence up and looked like oil property, so wasn't able to continue. Had to backtrack, come down probably about another half mile, and then turn south again, and got another problem. So probably not 20 minutes down the trail, and I've come into that. Now, it doesn't look super duper bad, just looks kind of muddy, but I walked down just to double check because I've already gone through one mud pit, and there's a tree down. So this isn't used anymore by the locals or by anybody. In fact, all I saw were cow paws and raccoon prints and stuff like that in the road. So we'll have to backtrack and see what we can do. Well, the trail had just gotten interesting. Started getting into some more curvy roads, some narrower track, mud, a couple little dips and stuff. And then I come to this. So it looks like the bridge is not passable. So this is roadblock number 3 that we're on, and we've maybe been on the trail for an hour. Things are looking good. It is so windy, I don't think you're gonna be able to hear me. But I did find a pretty cool camping spot if it wasn't so windy. I got water, I'm like in a peninsula, but it's windy. Water around me, all 3 sides, but it's windy. It's pretty, but it's windy. I'll just have to deal with it. I found a great campsite. It's super windy, but I really like it. As far as like a regular campsite, kind of like a state park goes, this is actually pretty nice. The bathrooms were a little iffy, and where I'm at is Walnut Creek. Now it's actually owned by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers now. It used to be a state park. The state turned it over to some tribes, and the tribes didn't want anything to do with it, so the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers took it back over, and it's been a while. I guess it's spent a while in disrepair, so they are bringing it back to life. And where I'm at's really pretty nice, other than it being windy, super windy. But it's kind of like the ceiling fan going. That's what I'm telling myself. But it was a good little spot. I'm right here on the peninsula for Keystone Lake, and I'm on the north side of the lake. That's why it's windy. The wind's coming from the south, and it has nothing to stop it. So there's that. Now tomorrow, Lee told me informed me that there was a petrified forest, an ancient forest is what they call it, and it's possibly the oldest one ever or something, like super old. So it's like 13 miles from where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna go check that out in the morning. I'm gonna do the hike, and then I'm gonna get back on the Oklahoma Adventure Trail. It's been fun so far. Nothing super challenging, and I'm gonna knock it off my bucket list if anything else. But it's a good shakedown for the truck, and to kind of figure out what am I gonna do with all this crap I bring. I need to slim some things down. All right, camp has been broke. We are all packed up. It's bright. We're all packed up, and I say we, it's always just me. I'm packed up and I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go to the ancient forest here at Keystone Lake and check that out. It's supposed to be one of the oldest ancient forests in the world. So we're gonna go see what that's all about. And then we're gonna head down some more of the Oklahoma Adventure Trail. But yeah, pretty good little campsite, as you can see. I'm at the ancient forest at Keystone Lake, and it's pretty cool. They've got tons of signage, and they've got people actually out here talking to you and telling you about the trails. So we're gonna head down the trail. All right, so the ancient forest here in Keystone Lake is really well marked. Now I'm right now on what they call the Wilson Trail, which is the difficult trail just because of the elevation change and the rocks you got to climb. So we're gonna check that out. But little fun fact, the reason why it's the ancient forest is they have found trees here 300, 400, and 500 years old. And it's then they went ahead and protected it and all that kind of stuff. So there's no logging, there's no development that's going to happen here. It's just going to stay what it is. And there's a group of volunteers that are guides and tell you a little bit about it. And they're building a building, so they'll have stuff in the building, probably things to sell and different things like that. So it's really cool. I didn't even know this existed, but I'm so glad that I came. I'm gonna have to bring Molly. She's gonna really enjoy it. It's been a really easy trail. So the difficult one, we'll see. I don't think it'd be too bad. It's only a mile, but they said it is the prettiest section of the trail system here. It seems like if you were to do all the trails, you would probably end up with, I think, 10 to 14 miles of trail. Is kind of from what I understood from what they were telling me. So anyway, pretty cool. The ancient forest at Keystone Lake. It's been a great hike. I would say that the Wilson Trail is difficult. It's not that it's long, it's only a mile long, but man, I'm out of shape also, so there is that. I've only gone on a couple hiking trips in the last month or so, so it's probably a part of it. But the terrain was very rocky, very pretty, very awesome, loved it. Can't wait to bring Molly back.